we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale, our greatest threat in thousands of years. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilization, the balance of our biodiversity, and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon. The people have spoken. Their message are clear. Time is running out. The amount of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere now is 50% higher than it was in 1900. Not only that we're giving so much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, we're also chopping so much trees that are mainly the efficient consumer of carbon dioxide. We're also destroying planet's ozone layer. And we don't know what will happen when the ozone layer is gone. The earth becomes so fragile that we cannot subject the earth to the torture that we inflict upon it. And we're not talking about greenhouse effect. We're talking about something that affects the entire earth, the entire mankind. And that is climate change.
We are now living in a world where urbanization takes place everywhere. Even though it's not that obvious, urbanization is one of the most common causes of climate change.
The cars that was stuck in the traffic jam that released carbon monoxide, those villages that was previously farmlands, those high-rise buildings that makes the place temperature much higher, all of them are products of urbanization that contributes to the climate change. And also, last but not the least, the people that are leaving their wastes in every place they go, in every malls, are the most common cause of climate change.
Climate change is one of the main sources of our economy. But here comes the climate change that has a great effect in the field of agriculture here in the Philippines. Climate change can disrupt food availability, reduce access to food, and affect food quality. For example, projected increases in temperature, changes in precipitation patterns, changes in extreme weather events, and reductions in water availability may all result in reduced agricultural productivity.
Our oceans, coasts, and estuaries are home to diverse living things. These organisms take many forms, from the tiniest single-celled plankton to the largest animal on Earth, the blue whale. Global warming is causing sea level rise, threatening coastal population centers. Many pesticides and nutrients used in agriculture end up in the coastal waters, resulting in oxygen depletion that kills marine plants and shellfish. Marine life produces 70% of the oxygen that we breathe, and in the deep waters are home to wildlife and some of the biggest creatures on Earth. Factories and industrial plants discharge sewage and other runoff into the oceans. Oil spills pollute the oceans. Air pollution is responsible for almost one-third of the toxic contaminants and nutrients that enter coastal areas and oceans. Invasive species such as poison algae, cholera, and countless plants and animals have entered harbor waters and disrupted the ecological balance. Marine life provides us job, food, entertainment, and sailing. But our marine life is dying, facing the biggest threat from mankind. This is some of the biggest threats to oceans, and if we don't do something about it, they will suffer. Not only the marine creature, but including us.
The effects of global warming includes its effects on human health. The observed and projected increase, frequency, and severity of climate-related impacts will further exacerbate the effects on human health. Mosquito-borne diseases are probably the greatest threat to humans as they include malaria and dengue. Studies are showing higher prevalence of these diseases in areas that have experienced extreme flooding and drought.
What is the thing that you cannot live without? It is tricky questions, right? You can have a plethora of answers like food, water, love, and even sense of purpose. Apart from this, there is only one simple thing that we need. and that is the air that we breathe. Based on 2016 statistics from the World Health Organization, 91% of the world's population reside in locations that meet WHO's imposed air quality standards. According to WHO's estimates, approximately 4.2 million deaths worldwide in 2016 were caused by the outdoor air pollution. Polluting air is not fair. Save trees to breathe fresh air.
Plastic is creating a 400-year problem. That is 16th generation. 91% of plastics are not recycled. 99% of plastics cause climate change. Marine animals are under threat. 1 million seabirds die every year, and it was ultimately affecting us. We are eating plastics. We are drinking plastics. We are breathing plastics. And it's because of microplastics. In the past 60 seconds, 3 million plastic bags and bottles were sold. 2.7 million tons of plastic waste in the Philippines. Government and manufacturers, retailers and consumers must come together for a solution to tackle plastic pollution.
Para sa inyo po, ano po yung climate change?
Para sa akin, yung climate change, yung pabago-bago ng klima. Yung sobrang init kapag tanghali, tas sobrang lamig kapag gabi. Tapos yung madalas na pagbaha, tsaka yung pagkukulang ng tubig sa dam, yun nga yung hindi na normal yung pabago-bago ng klima.
So, tingin nyo po, na-experience nyo na po ito ngayon?
Opo.
Dito po sa Noveleta, lagi po ba kayo binabaha?
Madalas bumabaha dito kahit walang bagyo kapag tuloy-tuloy lang yung ulan, tapos kasi paligid kami ng dagat tsaka ng ilog, kaya hindi talaga maiwasan na magbaha, lalo na kapag tinagtatapon lagi ng basura sa ilog, mas umaakit yung baha lalo.
So ayun po yung mga ilan sa dahilan kaya kadalasan din talaga. Para po sa inyo, ano po yung magagawa nyo para maiwasan yung climate change?
Para sa akin magsisimula muna syempre yung tamang or yung proper disposal ng mga basura, yung mga plastic ihihiwalay. Tapos sasabihan ko na din yung mga kasama ko sa bahay na magtapon ng tama, and para sa akin talaga self-discipline lang muna eh.
Are we experiencing climate change right now?
Yes.
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 So hi sir, good afternoon. We have prepared 3 questions for you about climate change. So first is, do you experience climate change in your everyday living?
I think yes. Siguro pinaka-simple question, kasagot ko dyan ay siguro yung mga basic before, na ngayon may bayad na, ng mahal na. Let's say water. Before, so of course, water is free, then very accessible, kasi very basic. Pero now parang mahirap na, no? If you don't have money, you don't have, wala kang money, then yung quality of water, yung malinis na water, then mahirap ma-avail. Most especially, you will see, I'm sorry sa mga unsettlers, kasi mga places na rural, no? Hirap na hirap sila. Unlike with those subdivisions, with the private, then the water, everything. Diba parang gano'n? So in that way, you can really observe by climate change. Kaya naman ako, I would prefer, of course, sa mas, may wind facilities, kasi nakaprovide ng mga nitong mga basic. So yun, based on the water, I can say may climate change. And of course, marami pang bagay na we can name, mga animals na based on the social media, diba, nawawala na yung mga, mga genus and species nila. So So, nawawala na. So, I think those are the bases that we can say meron talaga climate change.
So our second question is, as the Green Earth Organization advisor, what is the advocacy of the organization?
Okay, let me say siguro one of our projects na a long-term project na gusto namin mangyari, yung zero plastic sa university. I think this is our a simple maybe basic way para makatulong, no? Because of course, one of the factors of climate change is the consumerism, di ba? So the more we avail or consume this, di ba, mas lalong nababawasan yung mga resources natin, and then most especially trees and other minerals. So I think one way namin is to lessen siguro. So yun, the plastic, of course, alam naman natin how to, it takes years, 100 years or 1,000 years para ma-decompose sila. So in this way, hopefully, long term sa kasi hindi mahirap i-realize within isang bagsakan, no? Halimbawa, ang target namin, let's say, sa lobby. For lobby this time, wala mo ng plastic. Hanggang all areas ng university, totally no plastic.
So lastly, what are the possible solutions on preventing the climate change?
I think this is kailangan global change hindi lang sa per let's say organization, Green Earth, talagang it must be a total mass movement ng lahat. So I think for me medyo disappointed ng konti kasi the social media marami nabibigay awareness but still kulang yung actions natin. So hindi enough yung awareness, hindi enough yung katulad sa amin. Ako, I have my own way how to help. As much as possible, pag kumakain ako sa kantin, hindi ko pinapaplastic. Yung mga hindi na kailangan ng plastic, hindi ko pinapaplastic. But does not solve climate change alone. So dapat lahat sa global movement natin.